Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And yo, we got another banger for you guys today. We got a nice little list out here. If you guys could see the title, it's basically the best mentors in all of anime. So I compiled a list, and I'm gonna have Owen react to my list. I threw in one character that Owen knows something about. I don't, so I wanted to show him a little bit of representation here, but yeah, before we get into the pod, yo, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my guy Owen. Owen, say what's up.
What's going on, boys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ready for this pod, bro. This is about to be a crazy one. Mentorship is it's a touchy topic, but I think it's something in anime that is very needed, especially shonen type animes. Um, someone there's always a teacher, there's always a student. At some point, the student does, surpass the teacher in most scenarios, but I do want to see the mentors you picked. I'm excited. Let's get it.
All right, yo, but before we get into the pod, quick shout out to our sponsor, DropClick. Owen, that's all you.
I got you. I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are looking to upgrade your setup through mouse pads and keycaps, we got that for you. You spend a lot of time on your setup each day. Um, Go check out DropClick if you want some inspiration and use code Anime Plus for 10% off.
Thanks. Yeah, a link will be in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself. But yeah, let's get into this video. Um, so I created a small little tier for number 10 just because I feel like it's kind of cheap because in the sports category of anime, you could literally refer to anyone as a good mentor. There's literally the genre is set up to have mentors. Of course, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. Blue Lock is an exception to that, but in general, every sports anime has a very good mentor, coach, upperclassman, whatever the case may be. So I picked out number 10 to be in that category. I know you don't know this character, but I put Takamura as my number 10 spot, and that's specific to this category, sports anime.
Which anime is that?
This is Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know anything about Hajime, but what is your reason for picking that dude out of all like the other sports anime?
Part of it is it's a little biased, bro. Takamura is such a fucking beast, bro. I had to put him in number 10, man. And for those of you guys that watch Hajime no Ippo, you guys know what I'm talking about. This man is a monster. Obviously, he's not the main character. In Hajime no Ippo, it's kind of cool because they have obviously the main character Ippo, but he has somebody that's in his gym. So if you're familiar with boxing, you have like a gym. You have your side, they call it side, it's kind of like the coach. And then they have like different boxers in your gym, and most boxers start off like brand new to a gym, whatever the case may be, and then they have somebody that they can look up to. Takamura is that guy for Ippo. He's in a class of his own. Takamura is like fighting global, like he's worldwide boxing, but Ippo kind of looks up to him. He got brought into the gym by Takamura, and I mean Takamura is a little bit of a clown. Like he's a funny character, but when shit goes down, he's there. He's somebody that you can look up to. He's a badass, and I kind of had to throw him in there, man. I feel like he's definitely a good mentor. Like even if he's not telling you what to do, he's a lead by example type of guy.
Got you, got you. And it's always those funny guys, the relatable people that get the most, extract the most out of someone that has potential. It's because once you feel, at least I don't know, this is at least with me, but once you feel comfortable with your mentor or someone, your teacher or whatnot, it's a lot easier to learn and it's a lot easier to move forward. But especially in a combat sport like boxing, that's what Ippo is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say in that type of sport, having someone like that would just get you to the next level. That's crazy.
All right,
But
yo.
yeah, let's get into the meats and potatoes of this list, bro.
Man. So coming in at number 9 for anime mentors, we got Kisuke Urahara.
Okay, I'll talk about this one because I know you haven't watched Bleach.
Yeah.
But from the beginning, okay, so there's one thing about Kisuke. Kisuke, he is the smartest person in the Bleach universe. That's why I picked him as the mentor. I feel like Ichigo really doesn't have too much mentors. You know what I mean? He really doesn't have mentors. The thing is, each Ichigo learns pretty much through fighting and pretty much on his own, through clashing and through fighting. But his initial training, the first time he ever got trained, um, and any type of relevant information he ever gets, because because he was a normal person, if you gotta watch the story, but I'll give you just a bit of context. Ichigo was a normal person. He didn't even know he was a substitute Soul Reaper, but Kisuke basically got him into the whole Soul Society realm and everything. And whenever there's new information, it's always Kisuke, the one either researching, discovering, and then telling everybody and telling Ichigo about it. But to get to the main point, he's the one that actually trained him the first time so he could clash against the people in the Soul Society. What he did is he had like a advanced like level of training that it was either do or die for Ichigo. If he didn't make it, he would die. And I mean, thank God he made it. And he is what he is. But Kisuke actually made him what he is through that initial. I think it was 3 days of training, but the 3 days equals like 3 years in that world. Not world, but the way it worked. So yeah, I mean, he's an amazing mentor. And also, he's just the smartest person in Bleach, so it just makes sense that he is the mentor. But I would say in general, Bleach doesn't have too big of an aspect on mentorship because of the way like Ichigo progresses through fighting. What I can say is a lot of people will say Kisuke, and that's me included. But if I were to give like a runner-up spot, I would give it to Zangetsu,
Mhm.
and that's Ichigo's sword actually. So the way that works is every Zanpakuto, every sword has a name and it has like an actual character type of thing, you could say. And every time Ichigo needed help or something, he would look onto his sword and they would get into this like fantasy realm and he would mentor him and get him out of the depths mentally. Like he was his mental mentor, basically.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would say if I were to give a runner up, it would be Zangetsu, but Kisuke Urahara takes the first spot.
Honestly, I just put him number 9 just because I didn't finish Bleach. I remember the character, but I don't really remember the plot behind him. I remember he was like a shopkeeper, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He got kicked out from the Soul Society and whatnot. But yeah, he's that's why I was saying he's the one that connects everything because Ichigo would have just been in the regular world. He wouldn't have even known about the Soul Society. And then Kisuke, because he's in the regular world and he got kicked out from the Soul Society, he was his key to basically get in there basically. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
Would you have him higher or lower on this list?
Uh
I know you don't know the rest of the list, but just in general, do you think 9 is too low?
I probably would put him at a good 5. I wouldn't say he's the best, but I wouldn't say he's the worst. I would honestly a good 6. 6 is good. 6 is good. I wouldn't say he's the best at all, but I would say he's decent.
All right, let's get into the next one. We
Yep.
got some One Piece out here. We got at number 8 for anime mentors. We got Rayleigh.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the same thing when it comes to like the fights with in One Piece. Luffy learns by his opponents. Every opponent he learns. So the mentorship doesn't like really come into play there. In terms of like character building and all that, I would say the character building is a bit less. But if it's straight raw fighting, he took 2 years out and trained with Rayleigh. And the whole all of One Piece is about that much time too. It's not like even though it's a 20 year running show, it's all happened within 4 years. It's not like it's been going on for 20 years. So even though it seems like Rayleigh was only there for a very short amount of time, Rayleigh was actually there for as long as the rest of the crew, technically.
Mhm.
And he taught him all three styles of hockey. He also this okay, so what I want to emphasize on this point of the mentorship is that Luffy was at his lowest at this point. He just lost his brother. Um, they were just in a huge war. This whole war was due to his brother and whatnot. If you haven't watched One Piece at this point, I'm sorry I spoiled it for you, but bro, this is like 15 years old. If you did not see this, then I don't know what to tell you. Uh, but yeah, he mentored him at his lowest. I would say him, he's a great mentor. He got him through that situation and made him basically crunch all that up and become the next demon, which he is. Luffy's the next demon. And that's why he's so much ahead of everybody else that's in the worst generation because none of these guys really had a mentor like Rayleigh. Like it's impossible to find someone that's the right hand man of the Pirate King itself. You know what I mean? This guy is the highest of the high when it comes to status and just experience in general. So I mean, honestly, I would put Rayleigh a bit higher,
Okay.
but that's just me.
All
What do
right.
you think though?
Let me explain my reasoning for putting him at number 8. So when he broke it down to said 2 years, I guess he got a point. I was thinking more like he taught him the three types of hockey, of course. Like that's a huge part of the One Piece universe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like other than that, he didn't really do too much for Luffy. I feel like Luffy is more of a free soul himself. So like I feel like first of all, he would have learned hockey some other way. Like he might have not refined it the same way. So I still give really the credit for that. But in terms of like the lowest point that you were talking about earlier, I feel like Jimby helped him out too. Because Jimby, first of all, Jimby like choked him out, pause. But I don't know if you remember that, so you know, but
No, no, no. I was about to say Jinbei. So I was gonna give the runner up to Jinbei, but
Mhm.
I really didn't want to take away from Rayleigh at that point. But yeah, you're very correct on that point where Jinbei did help him at his lowest, at the lowest point. Jinbei was there for him, and he really got him out of that situation.
Mhm.
But the way I'm thinking about it is over the next 2 years, he's still in that. He's not as bad as he is, at the
Yeah.
point that he sees his brother dying in front of his face, but he still, I would assume, have some sorrow and feelings for his brother afterwards. And Rayleigh was there for 2 years. Also, I just thought about the 2 year Rayleigh thing too. Like it really came into effect when I was like, but he did. It was 2 whole years. So I understand why you put it at 8 because time wise, he wasn't there for that long. It was a couple episodes. They skipped over the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual training part. They didn't really show too much. But I'm kind of looking at this from a behind the scenes kind of standpoint, even though
it's fair.
technically that doesn't make sense.
I got
But
I got another really good behind the scenes one for One Piece in particular.
what's
And
up? What's
he's not on the list, but Dragon for Sabo, I feel like that was a really good.
ooh,
Really,
that's a good one. That's a good one. Dragon actually picked him up from the depths. Like he was shit mode basically, bro. The dude is dead. Dragon picked him up and made him literally, I I'm gonna say the dude's emperor level now, bro. Like I'm not even trying to like gas Sabo. I'm not saying he's as good as Luffy. I don't think he's as good as Luffy right now, like this Luffy. But I think he's very close. Like we haven't seen him, but I don't know, bro. What do you think? Do you think Sabo's on that level?
the manga has seen it. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. No
Shit, bro.
spoilers. No spoilers. We're
Shit,
not doing
bro.
this. We get called out every time. We gonna skip over this, bro.
Nah, skip over it for me too, bro. I'm not trying to know this either. Yeah, that was a really good character you named because Dragon, even though he's supposed to be Luffy's mentor,
Yeah.
he was the perfect mentor for Sabo. For Sabo, yeah.
Full Koala and like so much of the Revolutionary Army. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
the
just
thing
generally.
is, One Piece is just too deep, so it's kind of unfair to pin it against some of the other characters on this list. But yeah, should we move on?
Yeah, I mean just to give like a little brief shout out to all the mentors. Anyone who it works so well that 2 year time skip because they got the mentors that they all needed, and
Mhm.
it was specific mentors. Like each mentor was very specific to what that person did. You know what I mean? Like Zoro with Mihawk, Sanji with Ivankov. Even though that was hilarious, Nami had some like weather people. It worked out so well. But yeah, I mean it's such a deep show. It's a 20-year-old show. There's bound to be multiple mentors. But yeah, let's get into the next one.
All right, so I kind of cheated a little bit here. I added two characters from the same series here. I couldn't figure out which one was better, which one was more impactful to the main character. So I'll let you decide. But the two names I picked out for this particular series, Demon Slayer, is Rengoku and Urokodaki.
Damn. Okay, so those are two amazing picks. Those are two amazing picks. Orokodaki was there before, so he was there for when Tanjiro basically didn't know anything. He
Right.
was he was the dude that brought him up. But the thing is, right, mentorship is not just about physical fighting and training. So that's why I like what you did picking two
Mhm.
because Rengoku is more of a spiritual like that type of dude where he did more of character development, I would say,
Mhm.
than more of the actual fighting, I think Orokodaki really got him good with the physical aspects of fighting, and um just even during that fight, remember that fight he had with that demon, and that demon killed like all of
Yeah,
Orokodaki's students.
all his
That
students.
was a really heartfelt moment too. He killed him for Orokodaki per se.
Yeah, honestly, that's facts, bro. I think that it's the same thing. Like Urokodaki, like he gave him the whole physical training, kind of brought him up and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough because in my opinion, Rengoku, like he taught him like the mental fortitude of things. He showed him what it is to be a Hashira, kind of led by example. He was a good person, like you know what I mean? Like he like really showed Tanjiro, like, and not just Tanjiro, but like the other two guys, Zenitsu and forget the other dude, Inosuke, right?
Yeah.
This is how strong you have to be, and this is how like how serious you have to be when it comes to versing one of the like upper level demons. So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to pick on this one.
Yeah, it is, but I think they each take their own aspect of it, and you did a wonderful job picking two for that exact point.
Hmm. All right, so how you feeling on this? Too high, too low?
To be honest, I don't really like Demon Slayer the most, but as a because it's two people, I would give it a five.
Okay.
I would give it a five. I would put it right above um Kisuke, because I think that I I have a prediction. I have a couple predictions, and I want to put those higher.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's get into number six. So coming in at number six for anime mentors, we got Kakashi Hatake.
Okay. See, that's a really good one. But see, this is where it's conflicting, because from Naruto, like Naruto, the essence of Naruto and the essence of mentorship is Jiraiya and Naruto. Like
Mm,
that, you can't get more mentory. Like I love Kakashi. You know, Kakashi is that mentor. I'm not saying he's not a great mentor. He is, but I don't know. Jiraiya just hit different when it came to his connection with Naruto specifically. Um, it was just, it felt like Jiraiya was the dad that Naruto never had, and that's why I would choose Jiraiya over Kakashi,
mhm,
because I think mentorship is more than just. I think I think he did more to his mental state than
mhm.
Kakashi did, but Kakashi, I don't even know, bro. Like Jiraiya taught him so much, bro. Jiraiya taught him about like the Sage Mode and all that shit. Like Sage Mode was a huge part of Naruto's kit. You know what I mean? Obviously, Kakashi taught Naruto all the basics, everything from the foundational level. Kakashi taught him, but it's a very hard. I don't know. They're very equal to me, but I just give the upper hand to Jiraiya, in my
Okay.
opinion. But
He
yeah,
he
yeah.
might, he might be on this list. I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Oh shit. Okay.
but yeah, to be honest, man, low key, bro, I don't even know if Kakashi was the best mentor to Naruto. There was this one scene where Naruto was training, and he kind of he told Naruto he believed in him, and that really sparked something with Naruto. Other than that, he was kind of addicted to Naruto. Like at the beginning, he was showing a lot of preference to Sasuke. So I mean, I don't know about all that. Kakashi's still a really good dude. He's still a good mentor. Obviously, he had every reason to become a villain, but he stayed with the Leaf, and he taught his students, and he cared for them. So that's why I have him on this list at number six. I mean, he could be a little bit lower, but that's why I'm gonna keep him for now.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably put him a bit lower, but I do understand
Mhm.
your take on it for sure, because Kakashi did pretty much mentor the three legendary Sannin of that era,
Yeah.
technically. But yeah, let's get into the next one.
All right, so coming in at number five, we have another little bit of a cheat for me. I kind of combined two characters again. I'll tell you which one I prefer here, but I just want to hear your opinion. So this is from My Hero Academia. I have Aizawa and I have All Might. Personally, I prefer All Might more just because of the role that he had, because only him, oh, he was the only one that was alive that had the same exact experience, the same exact situation as Deku. So that's why I put him a little bit higher. Again, Aizawa kind of taught him the basics and showed him like the day to day thing, but I feel like All Might had more of an impact mentally and had a better mentorship relationship with Deku. But that's just my opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely on that actually. Aizawa, he's a teacher. He's their homeroom teacher. He's the main teacher that they have. But the thing is, again, as we say, like mentorship is more than just about physical training. It's about guiding them through life and making the right decisions because even now, we have All Might guiding, or at least trying to guide not Tan. I was about to say Tanjiro, Deku. He's at least trying to guide him, even though he can't physically. He knows for the past, season or two since he became, deflated. I don't want to really say that he's deflated, but that's like the best word I could use. Since he got deflated, like he can't he can't teach him anything in terms of the physical fights and how to improve like
Mhm.
that. But he really does try helping him out in any other facet, whether it be bringing him a lunch, bro. Like that's crazy.
That's real, bro.
Like remember that scene where he brought him the lunch and he didn't take the lunch or whatever, or did he take the lunch?
I don't know, bro, but he was real, bro. Like yeah, he gave every effort that he had to helping Deku get to where he is now. I mean, manga readers know where he's at, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Yo, bro, I don't know. I'm interpreting something right now. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yo, okay. Um, I did not read the manga, so there's just assumptions going on in my head right now as he said that. But yeah, in general, bro, this dude first of all, to get to that point, he was in the same boat as Deku, right? He didn't know about. I mean, he didn't have any. I was gonna say devil fruit. He didn't have any superpowers or what do you call them? It
Quirks.
quirks. He didn't have a quirk at all, and he got the all for one for all.
Mhm.
Yo, I get fucked up between
I don't
those
even
two.
know, bro.
I don't even know. But the all my power, basically, the all for one, right? Um, he basically handed it down to him because he saw him, not himself, but like basically himself inside of Deku, and he saw the passion and whatnot. So he was the initial person to believe in Deku. When
Yeah,
nobody did,
yeah,
he
right.
was that first person that believed in Deku, and to this day, he's still trying to get Deku to be the best person he can. Right now is the first time since the beginning of My Hero that he let Deku kind of go on his own because he's like, yo, this guy's matured. He doesn't need me, holding his hand throughout the way now. And he recognizes his development and he allows him to be free now. But generally, he's been there since the beginning, and he does more than just physical training. He really showed him what it means to be like a strong mentally capable person, basically. But
Right.
yeah,
All right. Before we move on, higher or lower? What do you think?
uh, I think it's perfect. I think
Uh,
it's perfect at four. Was
This
this four? Five. Yeah, five. No, four. I
uh,
would put him at four.
okay. This one, low key, probably should go lower, and we're not gonna spend too much time on it. But had to throw it in here at number five. I got my boy Mike Guy.
My guy, yeah, this dude is hilarious. My guy is elite. My guy to Rock Lee, you can't get better than that. Like that mentorship is just crazy. The fact that I'm not gonna lie, Gara was about to go in. Gara was about to kill the dude.
Yeah.
And, my guy came in, he was like, nah, can't do that. Unacceptable. This is my student. But that even just that what do you call it? That scene itself made me love my guy so much and the relationship that he had with Rock Lee. Bro, he was such a good mentor that Rock Lee looked like his son,
Yeah.
but he wasn't his son. Like I thought Rock Lee was his son when before I started watching Naruto. I saw both of them, and I always thought this dude is this guy's son for sure. Turns out they're not sons, but Rock Lee, loves him so much in terms of mentorship that he even looks like the dude, and he says exactly what Mike Guy, you know, says. Firstly, and Mike Guy, the thing about him is he's the straight personification of endurance and training and hard work,
Right.
and that is what makes a mentor. Like you can be someone that is just gifted and talented like Gojo, but you can't really learn from someone that has immense talent because if you don't have that immense talent, it just doesn't translate. So the fact that Rock Lee is a clone of my guy, and bro, that first fight between Rock Lee and Gara was for me the best fight in the old Gen Naruto,
Mhm.
and it really showed the capabilities of how crazy Rock Lee's training is. But obviously, Rock Lee trained, and that's on his own fruition, and that's elite for him. But you also gotta give props to my guy for giving him the courage and motivation to become what he was. And yeah, I mean, I could go on glazing my boy, my guy, but he is the epitome of a great mentor, and he did perfection with my boy Rockley. I
Yeah.
just think Rockley didn't get the recognition and screen time he should have, but he was a go.
But yeah, the reason why I put him at number 4 is because he was there for all of Rock Lee's low points where he wanted to give up, and he never let Rock Lee get some negative attitude. He always made him feel confident. He always made sure that he wouldn't give up. And he was there from the beginning to the end. Obviously, Rock Lee never lived up to those expectations because he got hurt and whatnot. But whatever. We're not going to talk about that. But either way, my guy, I feel like he's a real one. He was there from start to finish for Rock Lee, and not just Rock Lee, but all the students. I know he favored Rock Lee more, but yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like he was a really good teacher. He got him to wear the same type of clothing. They were always positive and no negative vibes, bro. And you can respect that from a mentor. That's one way to grow.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with this pick at fourth. I like it a lot, actually, giving him one of the higher points because again, it's not about the talent; it's about what he did for Ockley, and he did the most. He did the most.
All right, yo, let's get into the next one.
Yep.
So next up, we got my boy Yami from Black Clover.
Bro, this is elite, bro. I love that you put him third. Yami. So this dude, the thing about him that makes him different from everybody else is the fact that he will he's when he sees potential,
Mm-hmm.
he goes for it. He doesn't like in that, especially in Black Clover, they're in a society where if you're not royalty, you're firstly looked down upon, and then secondly, like um he even with royalty, if he sees that you're someone that has potential but is just like again like a black sheep, like someone that's um looked down upon or someone that's outcasted from society, he'll pick you up and actually unleash the potential that you have. Yami did that so well with Asta. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you saw Asta in the first in the beginning training, whatever. Like not training, but it was like the testing. And he couldn't even get on a broom. He couldn't do shit. Like this dude was just whack, right? And Yami was like, bro, I don't know what Yami saw in the dude. I don't know what Yami was thinking, but Yami was like, yo, I fuck with this kid, and we're gonna make him the GOAT. And now I would say Yami, like Asta is Yami's right hand man. Like
Mm-hmm.
straight up, like bro, one of the most intense and one of my most favorite moments in Black Clover was when Yami was like, Asta, get over here. We gotta fuck this dude up. Remember when they were versing the devil? Or was it the other? I forgot who it was. It was one of the devils though. It was the
Yeah.
devils for sure. But he was like, bro, he was Asa was already fucked up. Like basically, Yami was already fighting and shit, but he was still good to go. And he was like, bro, I need you. Pop out, and Asta just spawns, zoop, spawns right next to him with his sword, and then them doing their duo chemistry. Like you don't really see like the mentors fight with their underlings or their subordinates, but that fight just showed how good they were as a duo and how much Asta like gets motivated from Yami because Yami's whole thing is Yami, his messaging is so good too. The way he goes like, um, you have to go beyond your potential. You have to go. What is his exact thing that he says? Like,
Surpass your limits, I think.
yeah, surpass your limits. When he says surpass your limits, and that's all Asta's been doing. Like, Asta's always been limited. A guy with no magic, someone that has to train way harder than the rest of everybody else. He has to create his own tactics. He has to do stuff his own way because he's an anomaly. He's something that is not traditional to that magic world. And Yami just embraced him and literally unleashed this dude's potential. And there's no other way I would like it. I love Yami as a character, and their relationship is just amazing.
Yeah, honestly, man, I had to put him this high. Like, he's not this stereotypical mentor where he teaches you how to fight and teaches you how to do certain stuff. He's a lead by example type of guy. But not only that, he gives you expectations that he knows you're not supposed to be able to meet, but he still believes in you. So going back to that scene where he called upon Asta, that was crazy because that was just like that showed how much trust he had into his like squad member, somebody that's within the squad. And Asta lived up to it. You look back at some of the other characters, he picked up like a bunch of supposedly bums like Magma and Luck and Finra. Like, these guys are all supposed to be bums. They're not supposed to be anybody. They're not even supposed to be Magic Knights. But he gave them all that, the trust and belief in them, and that like really helped them level up to where they're at. You know what I mean? Like, Finral is supposed to be just a brother of one of the guys from the Golden Magic Knights, but he made Finral like literally turn into something because of Yami. Again, Asta, that's the biggest come up there. Luck is another guy. Magma is one of the bigger ones, but
That
nonetheless,
girl, that girl,
yeah,
bro.
Vanessa, Noel, like all these people, it's crazy. And,
Yeah,
and
Noelle for sure.
yeah,
Noelle for sure. She got outcasted completely, bro. She was so outcasted, and she was from a royal family. That just shows that he believes in her more than her family even believed in her, and that's fucking crazy, bro.
yeah.
But yeah, sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good, but I OD respect that because like lead by example guy, I feel like that's just the best way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't just spew his bullshit onto, you know, his underlings. He actually, does what he says. He does exactly what he says. He when he has to surpass his limits, he surpasses limits. He learned that dimensional slash or whatever that move is, but I think it's called dimensional slash. That move is insane, but he had to learn that like pretty much on the fly because he had to surpass his limits. And every time he's training with the fire the fire the fire sister, she's the most OP character in the show, bro. I love her. But even him when he's learning, like he learns to the max, and it just shows that he will always be a student of magic, just as he's a teacher of magic too.
Yeah. All right. So, question: higher or lower, or is number three a good spot?
Number number three is a really good spot. If I just damn who would be higher than this? Like okay, Rayleigh's not higher than this. Jiraiya, I think the only one that is competable is like Mike Guy, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. I really like Mike Guy as a mentor because mentorship is more than just being OP. Like that's what it is. It's more than just being OP. It's making your pupil just like you in terms of mental state, physicality, fighting, just everything. And even if it's outside of fighting, when it comes to personal issues and just growing as a human and growing as a character, I think Yami does that extremely well. And again, my guy does that extremely well for Rockley.
All right. We got two more spots left, but yeah, should we get into the second spot?
Let's get it.
All right, yo, coming in at number two for anime mentors that are just up there, we got Koro Sensei.
Koro Sensei, bro. I mean, there's Sensei in his name, bro. Like, this dude was okay. I don't know if I'd put him at two,
Hmm.
but that I don't know. I mean, the,
But you
the
want to
thing
hear my
is,
reasoning first?
okay, yeah. Go.
Okay, so the reason I put him up here is because he's a teacher by nature. He literally was a teacher before everything happened, and I'm trying to do this without spoiling if you guys haven't watched it yet. But he made sure that his students would get to the best level that they can be, like they can be the best version of themselves. And first of all, that's exactly what a mentor is supposed to do. Obviously, this is like more realistic. It's not really a shonen anime where it's like a battle shonen anime. So it's a little bit different when it comes to like the restrictions of like how strong you can make a person. But I feel like Koro Sensei really did everything a mentor is supposed to do. Like, he individualized a plan for every single one of the kids to make them the best that they can be in life. Whether it was, you know, the main character do whatever he had to do to make him the best version, or Karma, that was the guy that was like the supposed to be like the badass kid that always gets in trouble. And even like I'm gonna be honest, bro, even like the dumbass kids that were in the class, like he did everything to make them be able to live in the society. And I don't know, man, I just thought he was a really good mentor because he really broke down everything. And I would say this is the most realistic example of a mentor, because I mean, realistic aside from him being like an alien thingy, whatever the hell he is. But yeah, man, that was my reasoning for putting him at number two.
I mean, I definitely I agree with your take. I think he had the most impact on the biggest like um amount of people at once. You know, he had to do it for the whole class. It wasn't just for one person.
Yeah,
And again, yeah, he did really individualize every single person, made a plan for every single person, really allowed every single one of them to become the best at what it is. He identified exactly what they were good at. He was just in terms of like um being a mentor at like for like a lot of people at once. I don't think you could get better than Koro Sensei. He was so analytical with everything too. Like he knew exactly what everyone's capabilities were and how he could maximize those capabilities. Um if he was there for longer, like if he could do it for longer, I'd put him higher.
okay.
But I'll put him in the top five for sure. Top five for a fact. The dude's insane. I don't want to take away from him at all. Um, Even though like putting him at five, I do not want to take away from him. He's an elite mentor. He did everything perfectly. I just don't think it was for that long duration of time. But if it was any other like type of scenario where he could do it for longer, I'd probably put him at one.
Yeah, low key, bro. After going through some of the other ones and hearing your reasoning, I don't know if at number two. I mean, Yami, my guy, those are all really good ones. So I might go a little bit lower here too. You were saying lower, right?
Yeah, I was saying lower, but I was saying if he did it, if he was doing it for longer, or if there was a bigger plot or a bigger thing to it,
Yeah.
then yeah, I could see him at
Okay.
top three.
You see
But
my
because
point, right? You see where I'm
no, no,
coming.
I see exactly where you're coming from. I see exactly where you're coming from. That's why I even put him at five, like over Kisuke and all these guys, because the fact is he was immaculate at what he did. There was no there was no better person that could do it. And secondly, this wasn't a one-to-one relationship. It was a one-to-many. So he had to really do it to so many people at the same time, and that's what makes it the most significant for me that he
Right.
could be a mentor to so many people at the same time and do it flawlessly. So, yeah.
So shout out to all the teachers out there, bro. Yeah, y'all ain't Koro Sensei, but y'all still valid, bro. Respect.
Yeah, y'all still senseis though, for
All
sure, for sure.
right, yo. Get into the big reveal for number one.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
All right, bro. So coming in at number one, we got my boy Shadi's from Attack on.
Yeah,
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm
I know you're playing. That's why I'm weak, bro. Imagine Shadis was number one.
Oh my god, man. So me and Owen were going through a couple of these mentor lists. We are gonna do somebody else's kind of react to it. And we saw that boy on the list. And keep in mind, we didn't see half these characters that we're talking about right now. And yeah, we violated Shadi's, like, why is bro even up there in the first place? But yeah. Um
Bro was there for like the first two episodes, bro. Swear to God.
all right, yo, all jokes aside, care to guess what number one is, or you want to get into it?
I'm gonna say Jiraiya.
Yeah, it's dry.
I'm gonna say Jiraiya because Jiraiya is the GOAT, bro. Like
Hell yeah.
he's the epitome of mentorship, bro. Naruto could see him as a father, but it was like, yo, it was funny as fuck because he's that mentor that again gets serious when it's time to be serious, and he teaches Naruto in a way that Naruto can understand because we all know this about Naruto that Naruto doesn't is not as smart as everybody else, right? In terms of um like learning abilities. Just like Sasuke, he could learn stuff immediately, quick on the fly. Naruto was very different. It took a different type of explanation and learning to really get to Naruto. And Jiraiya did that so well when he taught him Rasengan and he taught him the whole Sage mode. He really added to Naruto's kit heavily, but also he died for the Leaf Village and for Naruto technically when he went against Pain. Pain was also his student. So again, another person that he mentored um that was extremely strong. He had to die for Naruto to get to the next level too, which was even after his death, Jiraiya still played a huge part. I could go on about Jiraiya, but I know you're more of a Naruto fan. I want to hear what you want to say about this.
I bro. So you took my big thunder right there. I was gonna say most people think of Jiraiya as Naruto's main sensei, but he had Pain under his belt. Like that whole squad, like these were orphans that he was able to mentor and kind of lead them to the right path. Obviously, something else happened, but yeah, no, that wasn't really his fault. I mean, he still mentored these kids, but not only that, bro, he was also the mentor to the fourth Hokage, which is another great legend under his belt. So Jiraiya was literally there for four different or three different really big players in that entire universe, like Naruto, Pain, and the fourth Hokage. So I mean, he showed all of them equal love. He showed all of them equal growth, and he really did his best to do all he could for all of them. And I think that's one big reason why he's one of the best mentors, if not the best mentor in all of anime. I think he might actually be the best mentor in all of anime. Um, Definitely debate me on that. Join our Discord and let me know what you guys think. But yeah, honestly, man, I think Dry got to be up there because he did so much for every single one of his students.
Yeah, I mean, especially for Naruto, bro. This dude taught him Sage Mode. That was Naruto's thing. That was Naruto. That was Jiraiya's thing. That Jiraiya was, the Sage type of dude. He taught him his technique type thing. But even in general, like he was such a relatable guy when it came to like um sexy jutsu. Well, he didn't do sexy jutsu, but like he was always, fooling around, making, inappropriate jokes. But that's just what, a teenage kid thinks about and a teenage kid likes. And it's very relatable. Again, keeping it very serious all the time doesn't allow the
I,
student slash pupil to get as you know
I don't
elevated as they can.
I
Huh?
don't know about all that, bro. I don't know if he was doing that for his students' sake. I think he was just kind of out of
No,
pocket.
I'm not saying he was doing it. I'm not saying he was doing it for his students' sake. I'm saying because he does that, it makes it so much more relatable for Naruto and
Yeah.
these guys because he's not that serious type of um who's Sasuke's Orochimaru. He's not like Orochimaru or like very serious all the time, just plotting and scheming. He's the guy that's fun to chill out with, hang out, and just Also, when it comes to the training part, he does not mess around. So, all arounder, that's why. Like again, mentorship is more than just fighting, and it's more than it's about how you can help the guy grow in all facets of life. So Jiraiya really helped out all three of those major characters really become who they truly needed to become. So yeah. That's my little rant on it.
All right, word, word. No, no, I mess with that, bro. So higher or lower? You think he should be number one?
Nah, Jiraiya is my boy. I think he's number one.
Respect. All right.
Jiraiya number one, Yami number two,
Okay.
Koro Sensei number three. Uh my guy number three, Koro Sensei number four.
Okay.
Um Rayleigh number five. Who else was on this?
Kisuke, Rengoku, Urokodaki, Aizawa, All Might.
All Might's next after this.
Okay.
They're all so good though.
Kakashi, forgot about him.
Takashi's good, but he'll probably be like eight.
Yeah.
Um, Kisuke is under Kakashi, so he's probably nine.
Okay.
Um,
And was the guy I said,
yeah,
Takamura.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because it's different tier, I feel you.
it's a whole different tier. But that's how I would kind of present the list. I think Rengoku goes right in the middle of them.
All right, respect, respect.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any others that you want to just throw on a list as like an honorable mention before we close out this pod?
Uh, I definitely want to say Mihawk for Zoro. I want to say Garp for Luffy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Garp was a huge one. Um, I think I want to say Kaido for King. I know it's all One Piece stuff, but we only had Raylan, so let me get some. Okay. Um, what else? I would say just as an honorable mention, I would because we didn't get anyone from Attack on Titan. I would say Hanji from Attack on Titan, even though like,
Oh,
huh?
you are.
What?
I was gonna say, bro, you're violating my boy Shadis, bro.
Nah, yo, Hanji was elite, bro. I don't know who the fuck put Shadis there, bro. Who the fuck? I don't even know. Shadis is an elite. He was a commander, so obviously he does have that mentorship role. But there was no one he mentored in there.
Nah, bro, you're snubbing my boy Shadis.
My boy, my boy Shadis just took that potato from fucking damn Sasha. Yeah, from Sasha.
Yeah.
Who else?
I mean, there's a couple. What's her name? Biscuit from what's her name? Biscuit from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. Biscuit from Hunter x Hunter for sure. We did see Professor Oak, and
Yeah.
Professor Oak. What I said is this guy's an encyclopedia more than he's a mentor. So, who would be Ash's mentor?
Nobody really.
I would say, if anything, just to pick somebody, I would pick Brock. Just
Yeah.
to pick somebody, I would pick Brock. But other than that, um,
Yo,
if
shout out Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho. I didn't put this one on the list because I know Owen didn't watch that yet. But shout out Genkai.
Genkai, alright, I would say from JJK, if I had to pick one, it would either be I don't want to put Gojo because Gojo is just OP. He's not really a mentor
Mhm.
like that. But I would say if I had to pick someone, it would either be Nanami
Okay.
or it would be for Itadori himself. Just for Itadori, it would be who's that? What's the guy's name? My brother, the best friend.
What's his name? Toto? Toto?
Toto. Yeah, besto friendo, bro. That's what I call him. I don't even call him Toto. I call him I call him my brother.
And then Master Roshi, forgot about him. Piccolo,
Yeah.
little
Facts,
dragging down in
facts.
here.
Facts. Other than that, I would say we named a good portion of them.
Yeah, for sure.
TBH. I'm trying to think of some more, but I really can't. I think that really wraps up all the main ones. Blue Lock. I don't even know. Is there anything for Blue Lock?
There's not really mentors in there. I mean, in the manga, but I know you're just gonna leave it there, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Uh, Tokyo Revengers. Anything?
Not really.
Chainsaw. Anything?
Nah, I wouldn't really say. I would say we got a valid list, bro. For any of you guys that have any that we haven't touched on, join our Discord. Hop on one of the channels, the podcast discussion. We'll talk about it because that's one of the reasons why we had the podcast and one of the reasons why we had the Discord, just because it's so much fun talking about all these different types of topics. So link will be in the description. If you guys can definitely join us up. And also make sure you guys rate this podcast 5 stars. Some motherfucker gave us a 4, so that shit got rid of our perfect 5. Man.
We
But
will find you again.
hell yeah. But
But
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
before we close it off, I know we're gonna get bombarded by these FMAB people, but the FMAB, who was that lady in FMAB, that she was basically the Elric brothers teacher. I just want to throw that in there. She was also a very good
Izumi
mentor.
Curtis. Izumi Curtis.
Yeah, Izumi. I want to put her in there before I get flamed by all the FMAB people. But yeah, she was a very good mentor. And whoever that version was for JoJo's, because they also had like a teacher just like that, where she taught them how to use the stands, or not the stands, but I forgot what the power was. That power that they have in JoJo's, she taught them how to use it, and she did an amazing job with it. So I would put her as a mentor too.
Respect.
But yeah, I think that wraps it all up, bro. Let's take it out.
All right, yo. Thank you guys for listening to the pod. Make sure you guys rate this pod 5 stars. Share it with your boys, your friends, your family, your dog. I don't even know, bro. But with that being said, thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys on another episode of Anime Plus. Peace.
Peace.